Okay, so today what I wanted to talk is a bit more complex and a bit more of a life thing. It's not my own, it's about the guys, the men. Because I feel like men has that phase, a man has that phase in which he goes absolutely absolutely dark and he does not have any idea about what he will be doing for the time being or for we will call it for the time being only because that's not that's not his whole life. That would be a phase of him. So yeah, I'll be talking about purpose. So today's topic we'll be talking about purpose. What I've learned from a book about this purpose serves in all forms. Purpose is what purpose is what we want in life, so we don't feel like flying in space for absolutely no reason. You see, reason and purpose are kind of same but not the same exactly. Okay, so getting to the point, right? i'll I'll just draw something here in the post editing part. I'll just shift thoda, I'll shift this side. Yeah, so you would know that this side of the room is for the explanation part. Okay, so what I'd like to do is talk about it because purpose would feed the ego eventually, because once you have a thing to do in life, as Steve Jobs said, you should have dot to connect. First, you should be finding those dots, then it's easier to just jot them, right? So, what I learned from the book is there are certain layers of being. For the first layer being is the first layer of the being above the purpose. Let's take purpose as a core. Let's call it purpose core. Above it, there are several hundreds of layers as a being, because that would to find purpose, I guess that would take around 10 to 20 years approx, and that is the most ideal years. So firstly we have the layer where we see our dad, we see our mams, the teachers, the sirs, uh, astronauts. You see, first layer would have a dialogue like, I want to be astronaut if I get a chance. When I'll be young, I'll be a teacher. When I'll be adult, I'll be a school teacher, etc., etc. That would be the first layer of being able to dig up the whole purpose, right? Second layer would play around with the thoughts of what can I do, what, what kind of skills do I have, what is my hobbies. Hobby part is the main layer. As I said, if you like an activity, a sport like singing, painting, sketching things, right? That would be a layer. These kinds of layers will help you to know yourself more. And as per I'll say that these layers make you up. So they make you up as you are. At each layer, you'll be finding a new you. Why a new you is important? A new you is important because why not? Why not a new you so you can face the face the threats that will face you in future. So a new you is always required to save the past you. That would be another point to talk about, but you get the point, right? Why you need a new you on each scratch or each dig. So the more you dig up, the more you spend. By the spend, I mean each layer, there is a time, there's a fixed time that you spend on each layer. So once you're done with the time, the layer will dig itself up and you will be more closer to what you want to do in your life. Let's take an example. If a 22-year boy is having a job in a bank and at 25 he leaves the job to make reels or to make anything, to be a chef. Let's take the chef because it's best. To be a chef, he leaves a job of a bank. It's his choice, firstly. Secondly, he has spent the time of a banker. There's a time bomb on these layers. Once the time is up, you will not be able to do the thing. So you have to enjoy each layer. By enjoyment, I mean you just have to try to enjoy because there's no enjoyment in finding purpose at all. You will feel dried up. You will feel like there's nothing you can do. You'll feel like, what is this life even about? So, but still, you have to stick with it because by sticking, you will find out. Patience is the key to find the purpose. You should stick around so long that a new layer is unlocked and that you are now closer to your main purpose. But that is not the issue. What should we do when we do not have a, 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 a purpose, right? Well, the purpose will find you on onto the, the layers. So, for example, let's say you're stuck on a level just above your purpose. You're stuck here for 10 years. You cannot help yourself. You cannot just dig up the layer all alone. You need time. Time and you are the best, I'll say, friends for the entire life. Time is your friend, time is your bro, time is your mom, your dad, everything is time. So to wait also is important, to keep up and to just stay still for the time being, because though although it's gonna happen, and you will get to it. So once you stick on to the levels, the purpose will find you. You just have to stick around and just be open to the, just open your eyes, open your ears. Being an observant is so much good, that you observe a lot of things. You try to learn from them, and from that you'll get a small hint of what you want to do actually. Because there's nothing gonna tell you, no one and nothing gonna tell you that you should be doing this, you should be doing that. A part of your dad, a part of your mom, there's no one who will do it. So the last choice is in your hands, that what you want to do when you grow up. And by that I mean, find the peace when you don't have to sorry find the peace when you're trying to find the purpose. That is the quote. Find the peace when you are finding the purpose, because you'll get in a rush to find a thing, find it, you'll find some jobs, some, or you'll just be in a rush that you want to do this, you want to do that, date guys, date anyone, do stuff, go here and go there, go on trips, or, or just dive into alcoholism. Anything is possible when you do not have a purpose. Of think about, when do you have a purpose? Same things are possible. You can do anything in this world when you have purpose, but that's not easy to find, right? So you have to be patient. This is what I've learned from my past 1 week, because I was being super impatient about what to do, because I don't have work to do right now in this week. I've been so free, I had this time to think about the thoughts that I have just ignored in the past. But this week is going little bit on the uh, thinking part, and that is cool. I can do that. So purpose will find you. You'll just have to wait, and you just have to be observant enough to find what you want. I guess that's it. I'll see you in the next one.